If you thought the summer was quiet when it came to celeb relationships, think again. What we're about to unpack involves three of the most talked about names in the game right now: Angela Simmons, Yo Gotti, and GloRilla. And yes, you heard that right. Angela Simmons, the style queen and entrepreneur, was allegedly caught stalking Yo Gotti and GloRilla while they were out on what appeared to be a romantic date. The receipts, they exist. The rumors, they are wild. And the internet, it's absolutely losing it. Let's start at the beginning. Earlier this week, a popular fan account specializing in celebrity sightings and relationship updates posted a blurry, grainy video taken outside a high-end restaurant in Miami. Now, Miami is always buzzing with celeb activity, so a couple of famous folks walking out hand-in-hand isn't exactly headline news. But this time, it was Yo Gotti and GloRilla, two powerhouse figures in the music industry, clearly enjoying themselves, smiling, and looking more than comfortable being seen together in public. They were dressed impeccably, holding hands, and their body language screamed couple goals. The kind of vibe you see when two people have been quietly getting close away from the prying eyes of social media and paparazzi. That footage, while cute, would have just been a simple awe moment if it weren't for one important detail. Across the street, in a black SUV with heavily tinted windows, someone very familiar was lurking. The windows were cracked just enough to peek out, and if you squinted hard enough, you could make out the figure of none other than Angela Simmons. Yes, Angela, who, if you remember, has had a history with Yo Gotti and is known for being fiercely private but socially active. The timing and location were too perfect to be coincidental. Angela was reportedly parked there for at least 20 minutes before Yo Gotti and GloRilla arrived, which sparked immediate suspicion. Now, let's rewind a bit and provide some context, because this isn't just a random story. Yo Gotti and Angela Simmons have a past that dates back several years. For those who don't follow the personal lives of celebrities closely, Yo Gotti famously referenced Angela in his song Down in the DM, which, as many fans know, was basically an open love letter to her. Back then, the two seemed to have real chemistry, posting pictures together on social media, showing up at events hand in hand, and basically confirming that they were more than just friends. Fans were rooting for them. It seemed like a classic hip-hop couple scenario, one that would withstand the tests of fame and fortune. However, in recent months, things started to look different. The public posts and social media appearances from Angela and Yo Gotti became sparse. No more couple selfies, no more joint appearances, and the once adoring captions gave way to vague or absent mentions. Angela started attending red carpets solo, and Yo Gotti's social media began to highlight more collaborations with other artists rather than romantic updates. Speculation grew that the relationship was on shaky ground, or perhaps over altogether. But neither side spoke publicly, leaving fans hungry for answers and eager for any hint of what was really going on behind the scenes. Enter GloRilla. The up-and-coming rapper has been making waves in the industry, known for her confident style, hard-hitting lyrics, and undeniable charisma. Over the past year, she's not only climbed the charts, but also become someone Yo Gotti has publicly supported. He's been seen at her shows, sharing her music on his platforms, and most notably, spending more and more time around her. Rumors began circulating that there might be more than just professional collaboration happening between the two. And then, bam, the video of GloRilla and Yo Gotti walking out of the restaurant hand-in-hand dropped. This was a public confirmation that Yo Gotti and GloRilla were definitely close, and perhaps more than close. Fans immediately started debating whether Yo Gotti had moved on from Angela or if this was some sort of complicated love square. The waters were already choppy, but then the plot thickened. According to eyewitness accounts, Angela Simmons was not just in the vicinity by chance. Observers said she appeared tense and anxious, frequently checking her phone and adjusting her sunglasses despite the dim lighting of the evening. She seemed to be watching and waiting, sitting quietly in the blacked-out SUV, parked just across the street from the restaurant. When Yo Gotti and GloRilla exited the venue, clearly in a romantic mood, Angela leaned forward in her seat as if trying to absorb every detail. She didn't leave until the couple got into their vehicle and drove away. The vibes were unmistakable. Angela was stalking them. Now, stalking in this context isn't meant to be taken literally as a criminal act, but more of the intense, suspicious behavior of someone who's emotionally invested and possibly hurt, watching from a distance as the person she once cared about appears to be moving on with someone else. And social media? It exploded. Screenshots of the blurry videos circulated across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, with users dissecting every frame, speculating on Angela's motives, and debating the ethics of her actions. To add fuel to the fire, earlier that very same day, Angela posted a cryptic Instagram story. A simple black screen with the text, "Don't play with me, play with your mama." No explanation, no tags, just a mysterious, ominous message that fans immediately connected to the unfolding drama. Was this a warning? A message directed at Yo Gotti or GloRilla? The ambiguity sent the gossip mill into overdrive. Meanwhile, GloRilla, seemingly unfazed by the drama, posted a carousel of photos later that night. Among the pictures was a candid, blurry shot of a man, presumably Yo Gotti, handing her a single rose, accompanied by the caption, "Caught me off guard." This sweet moment was quickly liked by none other than Angela Simmons, who then mysteriously unliked it about an hour later. This digital dance fueled speculation that Angela was closely monitoring GloRilla's posts and the interaction with Yo Gotti, further cementing the idea that she was deeply affected by this budding romance. With the internet buzzing, TikTok detectives went to work. They meticulously lined up timelines, locations, and social media activity, piecing together a narrative that seemed all too real. Memes began to flood timelines. Captions like, "When your ex shows up as a stalker," "Gotti's upgrade or downgrade," and "Angela, girl, you need to move on" were trending across platforms. Twitter threads debated who was in the right, who was in the wrong, and what this meant for all three parties involved. Amidst all the online frenzy, Yo Gotti stayed silent. No Instagram stories, no tweets addressing the rumors or the public attention. His silence only added to the intrigue and left many fans wondering if he was deliberately avoiding the conversation or simply letting the drama unfold without comment. On the other hand, Angela's social media painted a different picture. She posted a photo of herself dressed all in black with the caption, "You ever watch a movie and realize you already know the ending?" The vague statement felt like a personal reflection on the situation, possibly signaling resignation or hurt acceptance. GloRilla, ever the professional, has maintained a tight-lipped stance, focusing instead on her career. She posted a fun TikTok of herself dancing to one of her hits with the caption, "Minding the business that pays me." Her nonchalant attitude suggested she wasn't going to be distracted or drawn into the drama, a power move in itself. So what are we really dealing with here? Is this simply a broken relationship that's finally come to a public head? Or is this a more complicated situation involving overlapping emotions and secret feelings? Did Yo Gotti truly move on with GloRilla? Or is this a carefully curated image to throw off the rumors? And most importantly, what's Angela's real role in all of this? A scorned ex, a woman trying to get closure, or someone unwilling to let go? The internet is full of speculation, but the reality is more nuanced. Relationships, especially those in the public eye, rarely unfold in neat storylines. The messy entanglements of love, jealousy, pride, and pain can turn even the strongest individuals into vulnerable human beings. And Angela Simmons, known for her confidence and business acumen, might just be navigating one of her most personal battles yet. Fans are split. Some sympathize with Angela, arguing she deserves better and that Yo Gotti disrespected her by moving on publicly. Others champion GloRilla as an independent woman who has every right to date who she chooses, regardless of past relationships. And many are simply here for the drama, eagerly watching to see what happens next. What we do know is this: the story is far from over. Whether Angela chooses to speak out, whether Yo Gotti breaks his silence, or whether GloRilla continues her rise untouched by scandal, one thing is clear: the intersection of love, fame, and social media creates an explosive mix that no one can fully control. So what do you think? Was Angela really stalking her ex, or was this just an unfortunate coincidence blown out of proportion by social media? Has Yo Gotti truly moved on, or is there more to the story? And what role does GloRilla play in this complicated love triangle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.